Hey guys, Sovietdeath here. It's been already a month. It's like, hey, I'm back. I'm here to do another how I felt the last month goes and how this month is possibly going to be for June. So, well, last month was interesting. We had the American Heroes op. And overall, I think it was probably the best op they've had in a while for the game. Because it was an XP earning op, which XP earning ops are always a plus because it, promotes better gameplay. I mean, I it definitely promotes better gameplay, but there's also some, unsavory people who will purposely try to hurt chances of others getting XP. It's one of those things that you just can't avoid, I guess, unless Wargaming does something to prevent that type of stuff from happening. Which they already have in the form of we don't have team damage, but there's still trolling that goes on. But what was really cool about the op is that you could literally choose what you want to use your ops on, which I really, really, really liked. I personally got a whole bunch of ×2 and ×3 tank boosts off of that op, and then a whole bunch of silver off of that op. So I definitely am happy with that because I already owned all the tanks, so there was no reason for me to worry about that. And let's move on to this month because last month really was just, an op, some stuff, and some other stuff. It was a pretty quiet month. Besides the whole wargaming fiasco that happened with PC. But thankfully that's hopefully all sorted now and we won't have too much of that issue coming to bite us on the console side. But we'll see what happens. Alright, let's flip over to this month. And I'm going to start off with the 3.8 patch notes that came out. Because obviously that huge update that everybody got came into play. Which it was painful because it was a huge update, but at the same time it reduced the game size and added a whole bunch of cool stuff for them to use in the future. So we're going to get into that. Alright, wait, there's the button I'm looking for. Haha! Like, welcome to the 3.8 update stuff. Alright, well, first thing that they did is they updated Ardennes, Redshire, and Northwest. And I will definitely say this. I like the look of Ardennes in the summer setup. Because, honestly, it was just a white blotch of ice rain. It really was. There was just so much white. If they took some of the snow off the trees, that would have looked a little bit better than it did. But I actually appreciate this look of it. And I wish that they would tone down the amount of snow on the trees on the actual winter Ardennes. But that's just, personal preference. It's one of the reasons why I wear glasses like this, is to help my eyes. Also, I am tired as all hell right now, so I apologize if I kind of get lost. I haven't slept all day, and I tried to sleep, it just wasn't happening, so it's like, I might as well record. This is a few days late anyways, so I gotta get to it. Northwest went under a redesign. I actually have not played this map after the redesign yet, so I can't really give an opinion on it. But overall, from what I've heard, is that it's a little bit better than what it is, giving you different ways of attacking. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so I can't give you my personal opinion. Redshire, on the other hand, I have definitely played since the update. I'm liking it so far. And it's Redshire. Personally, I kind of liked it before, but I like the option for more shots. Always prefer option of more shots than corridor map. Alright. They put an improved platoon management UI. Personally, I don't find it that much more intuitive, other than they added the player list to the side instead of over the top of the invite list. So, I don't know. I just don't know. We will see what happens with that. Yeah, they reduced a lot of space on Xbox One and a lot of space on PS4. Yep, that's pretty much good. Xbox 360 also got smaller. I have kept it on a flash drive for a long time now, so it really doesn't bother me on that. New. Okay, they put in a new sound engine. So far, it's horrible. That's what happens when you put in a new sound engine on a game that's been in using a completely different sound engine for a long time. It's going to take a little bit for them to get that reeled back into being correct sounding. Can't really say anything too much about that. I do like the new audio, but we need some other things taken care of. Like, you know, when you fire a gun, it should always, you know, have that nice big boom. If it doesn't have any sound at all, that's a problem. The maps were... They added Arctic region back to rotation because it was getting a freshen up. Couple of premium tanks got slightly buffed. Personally, I liked it. I don't know why they upped the STA 2. I actually thought it was pretty good where it was. I do like the fact that they sped it up, though. Anytime I get a speed increase, I'm usually happy. Because one thing I don't like is slow tanks. Except for Tog. Because it's Tog. Tog is supposed to be slow. Alright. Let's see. Anything new in here that we really need to know about? Nah, pretty much all these are just, you know, pretty normal. I will say this, though. The game definitely seems to be running better at lower amounts of people in game, from what I've seen at least. And then later on in the day, it just seems to kind of get worse. I don't know if it's something to do on Wargaming's end, Xbox's end, or somewhere in between, but hopefully that will clear up. Because I was definitely having some issues yesterday. I could not tell, though, if it was my internet or them. Because my internet was also acting funny. So it's like, is it me? Is it them? Is it somewhere in between? It's like, okay. Alright, moving on. Yeah, 3.8 update done. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Now let's get to the actual overview, which they are bringing in the quote-unquote Crimson Knights, which are 2 new tanks and a whole bunch of more Soviet premiums as a Soviet event compared to the American event last month. So it seems that they're doing something similar, but just slightly different. I will say this, though. I personally am not a fan of the IS-5 here. I believe it is way overpriced. But then again, pretty much anything that is over 12,000 gold, in my opinion, is overpriced. Because at 12,000 gold, you're already paying $50 for a tank. It's more expensive than a game. Than some games. I've gotten perfectly good board games for less than $50 that I've used for years. So, yeah. Prices need to start being reeled in, personally, in my opinion. But then again, they might have to actually go through and just do a slight adjustment across the board for the gold costs of tanks. But I do like the fact that, you know, they look great. I like the looks. But damn, the price. Not all of us are made of money. And those of us that are made of money, well, we don't want to keep spending that much money every single month for every new tank that they come out with. Tone it back. Tone it back. Though, I do have to say, the Honor T28E, I really, really like the look of this thing. I just think it looks cool. A few people in the forums have basically akined it to a steam engine look. And I agree with them, and I appreciate it, because I'm a huge steam engine fan. I love taking trains if I can take trains. So, that's a big thing for me. Moving on. They brought back the Fatherland and the Motherland for the really, really big bundle that they are selling this month, which is 5 tanks, including the Bogatyr 220, which, if people are not familiar with, were sold on the, I think it was PS4? I'm not sure if it was just PS4 in Russia or not. It could have been PS4 and Xbox, I don't remember. All I know is that it was a special edition available in Russia for a console for the game, and you got this tank with it. Well, now they are bringing it to everybody else in the form of a Earn Op, or you can buy it. The Earn Op, it's not actually listed here, but the Earn Up is damage based. So, similar to last month's event, except damage instead of XP. So you will be seeing a lot of the big hitters. So you're going to be seeing a good mix of TDs or just heavy hitting tanks in general, in my opinion. But then again, I've run some pretty small caliber tanks and have been doing very well in it. So it's more of just a matter of fact of concentrate, get your damage in, and don't worry about getting the kills. Let other people finish them off and just go for more high damage targets if you can. But if you really need to just take somebody out just to take them out and remove a gun, that's always a good thing too. Just don't YOLO, guys. YOLOing is not going to get you the damage you need to earn one of these, and camping isn't going to earn you the damage either. Because let's face it, if you're not in the action, you're not getting the damage. It's just that simple. Go in, get your damage, help out others, and go. I think you have to earn something like 600 points to earn the Bogatyr. But you do have an op all the way to the 22nd, so it might be less than that, but I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up. I'll probably look it up towards the end of the video. In addition, they're also doing a on track to the IS-7, so that's good. Gives you an excuse to play more Russians. So yes, the Russians will be out in force. So you're going to see a lot of the IS series. You're going to see the T-10. All that fun stuff. So yep. That's always going to be fun. And I've already seen a lot of IS-7s in the last couple of games I played today. Well, yesterday. Sorry, I never went to bed, so technically it was today. And then they're having 2 special edition Valkyria tanks. Or Valkyria I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Valkyria. I could be wrong, though. But this is these are tanks based off of a Japanese RPG. But personally, I don't care that they are from a Japanese RPG. They actually look really, really cool. As long as they're balanced, I don't really have a problem with the look of these. The only weird part is that they are simply going to stay on the Japanese tree. Though personally, I think that some of these tanks that don't quite fit in a certain tree should actually get their own tree. And just allow anybody of any nation to be training in them. But that's personal opinion. It's not something I get a say in, so. Because I don't know if these really look Japanese tanks to you, but they don't to me. They do look cool, though. They do look cool. In fact, this one looks like a little bit mix of an American tank, and this one looks more like a German tank. With, you know, some slight variations to them. But they do look cool. These ones I might not, you know, really pick on that much. We're going to see what the costs are eventually, and then I will pass judgment on them. I don't know how much they're going to be yet. Apparently they're having crews with distinct voiceovers, so that also means that the audio update that they just put in has options to do distinct crews. So we might be seeing some crew updates soon for sound, and that'll be cool. They're offering all of the Dark Horse tanks again to mark out the release of a rollout comic collection. So anyone that wants some of the Dark Horse tanks back and hasn't gotten them, that they're there for you. There's a few cool ones. I personally prefer the Craft Panther and the British Bolt. Wait, was the British Bulldog part of that? Yeah, I think it was. Those two are my favorites out of them, though. Snakebite's fun, but you get yourself into trouble way too quickly with it. And now, the thing I'm not happy about. And that is this patch kit consumable that they're coming out with only for the weekend of June 30th. Apparently what they do is they repair 20% of your vehicle's HP over 30 seconds when they activate. Now, there are some people that simply have a problem with this just because it's, you know, adding a health heal to tanks. And then there's the side that are quite okay with them. And then there's the side that are like, they don't actually do enough. I've seen a few different sides, but mainly it's the side of we don't want to see these. I personally my problem with it is that since it's a percentage based kit, it's only going to help tanks that already have a high health pool. So your E100s, your T11E5s, all your high tier heavies and TDs that actually have health are going to be what benefits off of these, and I just don't like that. I just don't like it. But they're going to try what they are going to try. Hopefully the community is negative enough about this to where this doesn't become part of the game, but who knows. I know the hardcore crowd definitely doesn't want these, though. I don't know about the casual crowd. Moving on. They are bringing back ranked battles for another round, hopefully with the scoring system improved, because, well, everybody does not like the scoring system in every iteration they have tried. Hopefully Wargaming is on to something and are actually getting close to fixing that problem. You guys can be the judge of that, though. And then they added some cool emblems, and, you know, that's the usual thing with them. They always add these emblems. I think they're nice, but it's like, I don't really want them or care about them too much. Alright. But I know there's a lot of people that actually do like them and like to customize their tanks, so there's that. Okay, so that's done. Moving on. They have the whole Crimson Knights set up here. Pretty much, you know, full explanation on them. Then the bundles, which, well, let's see. The Crimson Knights package, 35,000 gold. No. If it's over 25,000 gold, I just know. That's over $100. It's like, come on, guys. Tone it down a little bit. I still can't believe that people are buying the mega packs when they've been available for like the entirety of a nation's premium tank line. I'm like, why? Why do that? Why use so much money? I understand, you know, it is a really good deal. If you're gonna, it's gonna be far cheaper to buy them like that than buy them all piecemeal, but oh my god, people. A console costs as much as you just paid. And the All in the Family, which is the Glory IS-5, the Fatherland IS-3A, and the Motherland, which is 33,000. Well, I mean, it's 33,000. It's still not very nice. But from what I've heard, if you actually own the Fatherland and the Motherland, that is actually like the best price on the IS-5. But you have to have 3,300 gold available. Again, over $100. By the way, I like the fact that, you know, they added only 2 more tanks, and it went from 33,500 to 3,500. Apparently, those 2 tanks are only worth, what, 1,500? Yeah, 1,500 for the bundle. But again, if you have the gold and you have the tanks that are in the bundle already, except for the IS-5, I think that is the best deal on the IS-5. The Honor and Glory, which is just the 2 new ones, This one is a little bit more reasonable at 18,300, but it's still 18,300. It's still over $50. Now, Pain God's picks were cheaper than that, I'm pretty sure, for last month. Oh wait, no, there was a better one. Yes, here it is, David and Goliath. 18,300 for a tier 8 and a tier 4, or 10,300 for a tier 8 and a tier 5. My opinion, this bundle's better. I like these tanks, but I think this bundle is just better for your money. If you're going to spend over 10,000, and it's also below my wonderful 12,000 number, but you're still paying almost $50 for 2 tanks. It's still better than paying $50 for 1 tank, but everybody can be a judge. Everybody can be a judge. And then they have the Fatherland and Motherland and Glory Ultimate bundles, which are just, you know, the first bundles that they offer, and then they're gonna just, you know, have the same smaller and smaller bundles come out towards the end of the month, which is fair. Personally, with all of these, I tend to wait until the end of the month and pick up the base bundles if I can, or if I'm okay with some of the larger bundles, I'll go with them. But like these two, Fatherland and the Motherland, are actually offered as their base, but again, base cost 15,800. Ouch, that's a lot of money. I was unfortunately, I fell into buying this because I did not have the luck during the Fatherland op to win it. So I eventually just caved and I bought it because I needed to go away for a few days. I do like this tank, but I do not like the cost of it. Motherland I earned, so I don't really care about this one too much, but at least it's under that, you know, 12,000 bracket. But look at this, 10,800. For the cost of the Motherland, you can get the David and Goliath and still have gold left over. Then again, the Glory Eyes 5, the Ultimate Edition, because the smaller ones aren't offered yet. 16,800. Yeah. More expensive than the Fatherland. Woo! Then the loaded bundle is offered on the 12th for 15,900. And then the base bundle is 15,500. More reasonable than the Fatherland, but still expensive as hell. Moving down. The Honor T28 Ultimate, which will be available on June 12th, is 5,200 for a tier 4. I'll just let that sink in. Now, I'm going to skip this one and go right down to the base bundle. Base bundle is a much more reasonable 1,800. It is still expensive, though, for a tier 4. But this one is a lot more reasonable and in my price range, and I think it looks really cool, so I'm probably going to get this one when it comes out. But I have to wait until June 26th. I don't like waiting, but I have to wait. It's like, no. Okay. That pretty much covers the majority of this month, because, I mean, this month it's literally just, all that's left is the op and the on track, which I've already covered. So, yeah. Is there anything else we need to worry about for the news? There'll be a Tank Fest. They have the weekend ops. I'm not going to cover the weekend ops. I don't think we need to. I like how I say it's a new tank. It's not quite a new tank, but it is the first time it's been offered for most people. So, earning the Bogatyr for free. Yeah, this one is just a simple chain to up all the way up to the Bogatyr. Okay, it's only 300 points. Unless, is it earn 15 points, it drops down to 0, then earn 40 points and drops down to 0? I don't remember. Does it say that they stack like that? Yeah, total of 755 points. So yeah, they do not stack like that. So you have to literally earn out each up. It's going to take a while for a tier 5. So it is up to you guys if you want to earn your way or just simply buy the Bogatyr and the David and Goliath combo. Because, yes, you can get it for free, but that's 755 points. Let me do something real quick here. Like, wait, I need another button. Okay, 755 divided by 5. So this is, at minimum, 151 games in first place in damage. That's going to take a while. 755 divided by 3. 251 games. If you are in the top 2 to 3 on average. And then, of course, 755 if you're always in the top 4 or 5. So, yeah, that's going to take a while to earn, guys. It's up to you guys on what you want to do with that. It is cool that they are offering it for free, but it is going to take a lot of good games on your part. So make sure you get your damage in if you're going to be earning it that way. It's certainly possible. Just deal high damage and do better than the rest of your team. Alright guys, I've taken way too long going through this, and I've kind of been rambling, so I do apologize for that, and I will talk to you guys again whenever I get around to doing the next one. Or if you guys hop in on my stream, I stream often, feel free to jump in, say hi. I'll be streaming either on my YouTube channel or on Twitch at RTGN Sovietdeath. Other than that, I think that's about it. So you guys have a good day. I think I'm awake enough to start actually gaming now, so that I might start doing some of that now. Oh, I have to upload, so I've got to stop gaming to upload, because uploading just takes all of my bandwidth away from my internet. Damn it. But I do need to upload this, so I will probably try to actually get some rest again. So yeah, I'm sorry for the rambling, but that's how I get when I'm tired. So you guys have a good one. I will see you guys next time.